You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when you talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
Well, you said that
but
bullshit.
listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit run. But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
ain't no shame in that. There a lot of more folks came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit, and we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes. You ever heard of a Kufi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys, you heard?
Hey, Jim.
And people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Kufi list back. I just told you I'm a changed man. Step for the law, Key, you dig?
Nah, look, I'm put it to you like this, Jim. Hey, bro, you been in this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
y'all
but look how you dress.
Nas.
Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in. I
can be in the church house. You can't F with Nas lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, y'all know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas. You're not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better than Nas.
It don't matter.
Look at you. Look at you.
Ain't nobody from Dipset gonna take you over Nas. Nobody from the Diplomats but you.
Hold on, Jim. Hold on.
That shirt too tight.
Hold on.
Jimmy. You want to go back to I Really Mean It? I Really Mean It started. We could go back to the history, bro.
But you didn't even say that,
bro. Don't do that.
Peace. Back with another installment of Hip Hop History. In that clip, you just heard Shannon Sharpe tell Jim Jones that he is not a better MC than Nas, which is a fact. Somebody had to tell him. When he was on Jada and Fat Joe's show, they really tiptoed around letting him know that he's not as good as Nas. And I feel like it's because they both didn't want to hurt his feelings, and they also probably have a relationship with him. Check out this next clip.
How do you determine who you work with now? When you want to work with the young artists, how do you go about that? How do you like, man, I kind of like him. I think we can make some beautiful music together.
I mean, I hold no prejudice. I'm looking for great music, and I'm looking for great aesthetic. Music isn't everything in today's world when it comes to music. If you got a lifestyle that you can sell, these kids can buy into, then that's just as good as having a great hit song and things like that. And that's how it worked for me. So it's a combination of things that I look for to work with the artist or to do business with the artist. But as far as doing music with the artists and things like that, obviously I'm a lover of music. So if I hear a record that I hear and I think it's dope and I think the artist is dope, I'm gonna reach out to it.
In that clip, you heard what he was speaking about. This is how he got his momentum. You hear that he's saying that he will work with an artist if they have movement, if they have motion. You see what I'm saying? To him, it's not really nowadays, and I feel like this is why the younger guy that started this whole thing brought up the fact that, or said that Jim is more relevant than Nas. And you know, Dipset was around before the internet, but they were doing, this is how it morphed, what they did morphed into how things are now. That's why Jim really got his exposure from the fashion and the movement from Dipset. It wasn't really his lyrics and his song making. It was like catchy hooks and so on and so forth. Nas is more of a lyrical guy, thought-provoking, so on and so forth. And Jim keeps on getting in the mud, or trying to get in the mud, with guys who are better than him lyrically. For example, Pusha T, Styles P, now Nas. But he's had a problem with Nas probably since the early 2000s when Nas went up on Power 105 and was talking bad about Cameron. So these are just my 2 cents. You can sell them, throw them away, or keep them. It doesn't matter. And on that note, peace.